Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how it is to be black in America during Trump's America. I wanted to first apologize to you guys for the little delay with these conversational vlogs where I feel like I'm teaching a little bit, just sharing my insight, sharing my point of view, sharing what I went to school to learn, sharing all the other things that I've learned throughout my life. Kind of vlog posts. It's just I moved and like I don't have a space that's just like mine right now. I'm sharing the space with my husband and roommates, and I don't have a space that I feel super just to get back into that zone where I was making those videos. I usually made those videos when I was home alone. Frank wasn't there, and it was just like I could speak as loud as I wanted, and I haven't had that, so sorry. But nonetheless, I still have hella shit to say that I think it's relatable. Basically, like I say, I'm gonna put the question in, so it's more like question answer, not just me going off on a tangent, because as we know, I go off on tangents. I'm gonna change my face up a little bit because I feel dry. And it's summertime, girl. Coming back with some music too. Alrighty, and I did a bit of my face, a little bit. Added some lighting a little bit. I did a test already, so let's get into it. Basically, like, I'm making this for Nia Wilson because, I mean, that story last week, it just, before Sandra, outside of Sandra Bland, there's no other person that I really related to like that. Like, I definitely relate to the Black Lives Matter because I'm just a humanitarian and I get it. My people are under attack. Males. Females, yes, we're definitely under attack, but because we're so under attack, it's hard to like have like, that those stories that like hit home to your heart. Nia hits home, Sandra Bland hits home in a major kind of way. Nia lives in San Francisco in Oakland. That's where that happened in the BART. I ride the train. I rode the LIRR for years back in New York, getting back and forth to Long Island. Outside of me having a car, I still would just commute. Long Island is another town that is very close to, where it's like you have racist people, suburban kind of white people that don't necessarily live in the major city. Like, a lot of people they think all the time it's like, oh, New York, you guys don't have racism. We do. Like, I went to an all-white school. There's definitely racist everywhere you go. Wherever there's white people, there's going to be racism. It is what it is. But, yeah, that story kind of hit, I think, a lot of people because, like I say, the reaction that I saw when I saw it on social media, it was mostly, like, white women talking about like, you have to earn the right to say their name. You have to earn the right to even have a hashtag. It's not our fight. I mean, I've been saying this for a while now because I kind of understand that it's not our fight. I went to school, studied CRJ, all that stuff. If you follow my vlog, you know all that already. So like I say again, when I went to March for Black Lives in 2014, it was a majority white people there. We're not fighting for our own rights just because whatever. We're on social media. We're taking the very cheap, easy way out. When I say cheap, I mean free. If you're only doing what you think, this is the most I can do, then that's fine. Whatever. You have to fight for change though. Like, I don't know if we understand that, like a documentary like The 13. I watched the 13 documentary by Ava like maybe like 15 times. Like the last time I was in Brooklyn, I made my dad watch it. That's how serious I am with it. And it was just kind of like telling the reality of the situation. That's how we learned. That's how we were able to tell from these stories and the way people, like I say, Newt Gingrich, certain people that would just never, we thought we would hear these words. Like I say, I learned about ALEC. I didn't know about any of these things in school. They're not teaching you that in CRJ. There's no course in CRJ, not one of them, and I studied a lot of them, that explains to you that there's people working against races and situations like that. They don't tell you that. They don't teach you that. They don't tell the police officers signing up to the forces wherever they go. They don't tell them that these laws coming down the pipeline are to separate us and keep us divided. I honestly still believe, because like I say, I have a CRJ background. I went to school, an all-white school. I honestly believe people that take in those types of community jobs, because those are still public jobs, they have their best foot forward. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying I've never lived in the middle of America, right? I only lived on the coast, as you can see, New York, LA. What I mean is, in general, I believe human beings are not defaultly just fucked up. I feel like people take on jobs because they think they want to do the right thing. I think white officers that take jobs and they don't get to say, same like the troops, they don't get to pick the neighborhood they get to go in. They don't. The systems do though. The systems do. The systems say certain people that score aggressively as police officers should be in black neighborhoods, in Spanish neighborhoods, and at-risk communities. The aggressive person didn't ask to be there. They don't know why they're there. But that's what happens. You know, I just want to give like transparency on a lot of things that we hear and we don't understand and all this other stuff, because that's not how it is. Like, people don't just walk around and it's like, oh, you're black, I think you're bad. Like, yes, but it's not like that transparent. It's not like because you're black you're bad. It's like somebody told you something and all these other things that you were trained to believe. That's why you move the way you move, you know, because there's no way that all these things would happen if everyone, because we're not, you know, people are trained to be police officers. If you were defaultly just human beings out here, human beings can understand human beings no matter what color we are, what race we are, how much money we have, where we live. It doesn't matter. You know, it's all the other stuff that makes us different. But back to like just my point of view on Naya. I felt like since I came out here, I was doing these vlogs. I paused for a while because, you know, I'm saying maybe it's because of the space, whatever. But it's also, I think maybe I just lost focus, because the day I read that story, it just hit my heart, and I'm just like, it's like you feel the fire like igniting again. Like, maybe the fire never leaves your heart because I'm always out here and I'm working on different things, and maybe I get distracted from what's really happening in the world, because you have to cut through sometimes to focus on your creativity, get your shit out, you know what I mean, focus on your client work, focus on this. But it's like to get slammed back to just like, whoa, like stop, like I'm not, like everybody freeze, everybody pause. That's why I do what I do. That's what got me out from Brooklyn to LA. All the shit I put on my social media and all this hashtag shit. It's the fact that people like me should not be like me. Shouldn't be free out here thinking that they could do whatever they want, whatever. It's like I'm anti what these people are trying to do out here to us. They don't want people like me. They don't care that I have a degree. The fact that I went to an all-white school is worse, because it's like I'm equal to them. You know what I mean? It's like, what you got that I don't got? Nothing. They don't want that. And we keep forgetting that, thinking that we're out here playing fair. No, we're not playing fair. You know what I mean? We're playing fair. They're not playing fair. And when I say they, I'm talking, again, systems. We're not fighting people. Like, you know, and I think that's the hardest thing for us to wrap our minds around when we see situation. Donald Trump, for example, he's a person. But where he stands is still systematic. How he got there, as we see, is systematic. Obviously, we don't know right now. I mean, there's so much information going around with this Cohen thing. I'm gonna make a whole vlog just to ask y'all like that question. Can somebody help me? But I just talked to my aunt back home in Brooklyn, because she like, you know, everybody wants to blame him. He's just another person. Same like when they did the same thing with Obama, same thing with Bush. I'm gonna say you think Bush is responsible for all those war, like every little decision he just, no, this isn't how it works. It's a system in place, you know. So don't forget there's a system. The systems can be changed because the systems are created and mandated, and they run with us, with people, with ideas, with what we put in place, with things like that. But we have to understand the system has been old. It's like an old engine, America. So we have to just keep it going. You know, we clearly are like 16,000 leagues under the sea right now with Donald Trump, because we're sinking fast and bad. But it's not over. The fact of the matter is that the system at this point now, though, is uber racist. When I say white supremacy is picking up steam, picking up speed, picking up clout, whatever the word is that we're going to use today, we have to be able to be aware of that. For the next 2 years, Donald Trump has a microphone, he has this, whatever, and he's pushing, like we hear all the time, they're talking to the base. The base are when he say he's like draining the swamp, I think he actually is doing it, because he's bringing all these people that we didn't know were still in our country. We thought we got rid of them. We thought Obama changed things or whatever. They're rising to the surface. When I say rising, it's like the phoenix. Like, you know what I mean? I remember there was one week I was telling my husband, I'm like, yo, every day this week there has been a hashtag that has went viral about somebody like trying to come for like a black kid or whatever. It's like Patty, whatever. I don't remember them because it's all this, but Patty Permit and the lady with the lemonade and the other lady at the pool and all these other situations. It's like, this is what we mean. And these people are not just becoming a one-day sentence. No, they're losing their job. Like, it's a big situation for them. They have to really like stand there and look in the mirror now, and then they represent a whole group of people. Because it's like, no one thinks this way on their own. Their friends probably think that way. They're whatever. So like, now what happens? You know, it causes a conversation. Naya's death caused Anne Hathaway, who I think I might insert her little post here because a lot of people talked about it. She put no comments on her post, which I thought was freaking super gangsta. Shout out to Anne Hathaway. I've always been a fan. Devils Wear Prada. I mean, I just watched The Princess Diaries before, like 2 weeks ago, and then she posted that. So it's like, legitimately, you can just Google my Netflix thing. I really did watch it. I'm a big Anne Hathaway fan. I mean, like, just because she's like dope, and like this just makes her even more dope, you know. She gave the white woman's point of view, and it's like, next part, what we can do about it. November, midterm elections. It's basically, this is our second, it's like, oh, we messed up in 2016, whoops, my bad, haha, Kiki, Donald, that was for you, we're taking all this shit back. So I want to explain to you guys just the importance of, like, when you hear people on the news and they're like, you know, we have this, the congressman, these people have the most important jobs right now in the country. They are they're the legislative branch. They create the laws. They're the legal making bodies. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they create the laws. They create them. They're sitting there writing in new laws, changing the way things are. We need to pay attention to these people who are running for office. A lot of them are winning, like, sweeps right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, especially in key states, sort of like Virginia. A lot of the states where Donald Trump won, where Hillary was supposed to, like, I wanted to put more like technical notes here for you guys. I will put them in the description box. But yeah, November, make sure you vote. Like, I live out in LA now. I might have to send in an absentee ballot to make sure my vote registers in New York. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have to make sure and get as many people to go with you. Tell all your friends, make sure you're registered to vote. It doesn't matter if they don't care. It matters. You know, I think in our country, a lot of us as being black, whatever, we think, oh, voting doesn't matter. It fucking matters. It so matters more than anything in the world. So make sure you go out to the polls. This is still a democracy. What it teaches me is that you don't need to be like super popular to be successful. Donald Trump is not popular, yet he's seemingly successful. I mean, he's not even supposed to be a person that could run for president in my country, seemingly. Yet here we are. So, it should inspire you, because it definitely inspires me. It's like, oh, so me being me has no contingent on me going, or like me having to hit any ceilings. No, there's no ceilings. We'll blow right through it. It may be uncomfortable. You may be sad. You may get hurt, like, you know, emotionally. You might get like bruised. You might get attacked. Like, who knows? But it's still achievable, which is, for people like me, it's like, that's good enough to keep going. So, yeah, it gives me that. If Donald Trump can become the president of the United States in 2016, you could do anything you want to do. President of the United States, let me be clear. The last point I wanted to make is that, being black, I'm married Spanish. I think people think, the black community thinks it gives me a pass, it doesn't. It makes it worse sometimes because of my husband. He doesn't even realize it sometimes because, you know, he's Dominican. So Dominicans and blacks, they say it's the same thing. Dominicans, black, whatever. But then he can easily step into the Latino only zone, and I'm still here being black only. So that's why I say it's different, you know. When you look at my family members, it's like we're 100% like black. We're from the West Indies. I mean, granted, I have Spanish and Indian. It's kind of mixed as well. I don't care, though. It's like, I look black. I run with black. Bitch, I'm black. So, and it's like, clearly our lives matter, because clearly we're the only people under attack. They let the Latino population go, and now you see they're about to succeed the white population in 2 years out here. Like, you know, so that's Frankie and them. Everybody's walking. It's like, I walk to certain places, they don't even speak English, and it's like, okay, you're great. Y'all got it. But you know what I mean? We're never going to have that as art. There's never going to be a space nowhere here. I don't see, unless we really bring Wakanda here, where it's like, nah, black power everywhere you go. Even if you go to black Brooklyn, which is a super black community, it's even becoming gentrified. You know, I used to live in Bed-Stuy. There was all kind of people there, you know? I'm trying to go on this kind of like tour. I pitched this to a few production companies where it's like I'm trying to go to like super black communities or whatever and like have these same kinds of conversations like on camera, maybe like, you know, CNN, Vice, stuff like that, pick up a story like that, because I'm down to travel and do this on the road. You're black in America and you see stuff like that, you see a story like Naya, it makes you feel like you're under attack. And it's like, why am I under attack? What is it that they're scared of? If I ever get money, if I ever get power around here, what might happen? They must think that we're gonna be like them, but we're not. You know what I mean? It's like, we built this whole fucking country, so it's like, without us, it would be nothing. And I walk with that, and I want the rest of you guys to walk with that. It doesn't matter if we don't have money, we can't get the same things they get because of the skin color we have. If we live certain places and we have to always move different because people look at us and it's like, bitch, I'm the only reason why anybody could be in my apartment, and people look at me back because I'm the only black one. So what? You know what I mean? That doesn't make us any, that's never going to change. You can't change the mindset of others, not in this country anyway. I mean, President Obama was our president for 8 years, and it's like he didn't even have one day, you know, like he didn't win any elections, like he scammed it, like he had Russians fucking change the shit. So that should also show you too. It's like, yo, we're never gonna get our day in the light like that, you know. Mrs. Obama, people like Beyonce, it's like they were never gonna get it. They're never gonna be like, oh my god, they're great. Like, it's always gonna be a level, because they don't want us to be seen as black excellence. They don't. So that should to wake us up. It's like, why though? Everybody else could be great out here but us. Fair. They attack us because we're feared. So my last point for you guys. I hope it inspires you. I hope it gives you this kind of like mentality inside, and you're not like, oh my god, be out here, like, be aggressive about it. You know what I mean? Be nice. I'm not saying to start fights, because God knows that's already what they think, we're super predators or whatever. But be aggressive and be mindful of where you are. You know, if you are the only black person in a certain space, be mindful of that. Be mindful of your race at all times, because I'm mindful of myself. The fact that my husband is Spanish too, it's like, boy, relax yourself. Like, this is my fight, not 100% yours. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning into my vlog. I'm getting ready to go to Trinidad, so my next vlog is supposed to be like this big travel vlog, but then again, it's like I'm a little exhausted mentally, creatively, whateverly. I usually say that and then I'm like, no, I'm not. I just say that to tell myself that, and then I'm like still shooting hella shit. But we'll see what happens. I know I need to take a break. I'm forcing myself to take one, but then it's like I need content, so it's like I'm definitely probably be vlogging. Maybe not as like a full every experience, but definitely like a low-key one. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Be back here for my next one. It's definitely gonna be from Tobago. Maybe I'll go live. Hope you guys are having a good one. Make sure you subscribe if you like this video. Share it with your friends if you think they need to know about what I said here.